What's up everyone, it's Simon, and we are back with another gear video where I am comparing the Shimoda Action x70 and the Action x50. So if you have watched any of my recent videos, you know I recently just upgraded my Action x50 to the version 2. And one of the questions I've been getting from a few people is, what are the differences really with the Action x50 and the Action x70, which I also own and use for a very different reason. The Action x50 is my go-to bag because it is the largest bag that is in the line that is readily usable on any airline, no matter whether you're flying domestic or internationally. There are a few airlines you can get away with flying with the Action x70, but it does not fit every airline. I did just verify that. It's a little too long for some, but yeah. So that's like the big differences. The way that I use them is I have them both set up to do specific things. The X50 is generally my photo or my compact kit. That means that I am working with the Sony mirrorless system in here. We have, right in the middle, we've got the A7R3 with the 100 to 400 G Master. That's my powerhouse if I need a big file size, or if I'm shooting time lapses, that's usually what I'm rocking. The lens is just so that way everything is very conveniently laid out and easily accessible. I keep the Sony ECM B1M microphone right on top of that. Again, keeping things easy access so that way I can quickly go depending on what I'm shooting. On this side, I have the A7 IV and whatever my normal like mid-range is, whether it's the 24 to 105 or the 24 to 70, that bounces between I bounce between the two lenses depending on what I'm shooting. Then on this side, I have the 16 to 35 and the 20 prime. And this kind of alternates between, I also have the 90 macro, which will sometimes sub into the bag. And then last but not least, we have memory cards and batteries handy, ready to go in my Think Tank wallets. These are color coded. I put a video out a while ago, link up there, and you will understand why I did that. And then of course, batteries, you want all of that stuff really readily accessible. So that way when I'm out doing any project, everything's right here in front of me. Normally, I will remove or add in the drone bag, and that is a separate small cube. I should add that this is the medium core unit from Shimoda, and then my drone, the Mavic 3 Classic, lives in a small cube, which is perfect because it's all self-contained right there, and I can remove it from my bag or add it as needed. Everything's really nice, easily accessible, and good to go. That is the Action x50. One of the key things with the x50 and the smaller ones is that they have this sort of thinner backpack strap, and this is what comes standard. They do make a Pro Plus, which you can see over here on the x70, which is a beefier, much more padded backpack strap, which is one of the big differences that you would see both in the V1 and the V2. Now, obviously, the X70 is a deeper bag. In the X50, I use the DSLR depth cores. They do make a shallower mirrorless one, but the DSLRs are about a 5-inch deep core unit, whereas the digital video cores are about 7.5 to 8 inches deep. With that, I am actually able to leave the Sony FX6 with the top handle rigged and just drop the camera in, which is great for when I'm doing something where I have to be really quick, nimble, and go on the fly. I can also keep up to a 70 to 200 or a 100 to 400 lens mounted on this. This is the XL digital video. It comes in super handy. I love it. I just tuck everything in. If I'm using a longer lens, I put a little padding underneath just to give it a little extra support, but that's good to go. Then on the side, we keep audio, telephoto lens, in the bottom. That way that's easily accessible. Also keeping weight towards the bottom of the bag, trying to keep as much weight on my hips as possible. Right above that, we keep batteries. I'm using Sony NPFs and the BPUs for the camera. The Sony NPFs are actually for my 5-inch monitor. I'm just using a cheap OCT 5 Plus, 150 bucks. It was something I just wanted to try and ended up being good enough for my needs. And one of the cool things with this is I can literally pull the camera out and be up and running in next to no time, which is really, really handy. I also have my custom proprietary shotgun mic holder that is replacing the factory one, and I can just slide a shotgun mic right on, and I can be up and running in next to no time when I get to a location. And I just have to throw a battery in my monitor. Boom. And we are good to go. I should say, there we go. Now we're good. But like, that took me what, a minute and a half maybe? And I am able to go out and start shooting right away. Battery's already in my camera, good to go. I also keep the side handle in if I want to add that as well. But I find myself when I'm working out of a backpack not needing the side handle as often. If I am rigging the camera off my front, I will add the side handle just for a little more stability because I can then slip my hand in and kind of hold it in place. That's kind of how I use it. These are two very different bags. I love them both for different reasons. If you guys have questions, leave a comment down below. If you guys want to know more about any aspect of these, let me know over on Instagram at Simon Eisenbach. Have a great week. I'll see you guys next time.